What happened to Andrew Wiggins? I mean, he used to be a crazy player from the Warriors. Like, remember this insane dunk that he had on Luka Doncic? Let's roll the
Snaps
tape.
it outside to Wiggins. Goes by oh! Drops the sledgehammer.
Yeah, guys. Andrew Wiggins used to be absolutely electrifying and the second best player on the Golden State Warriors, right behind Steph Curry, one of the greatest to ever do it. So what happened to him and why is he going to be traded? He is on the trading block right now for the Warriors, and multiple trade rumors have come out to be traded for someone like Bobby Portis Jr., who isn't even on the same level as 2022 Wiggins. So what happened and what's the trade going to look like? Let's just dive right into it. Andrew Wiggins is currently 28 years old. This season, his numbers have been substantially down. He used to average 18 points per game back in that playoff run, but now he is only averaging 12 points per game, which is 115th in the league. Look, in his last 10 games, he might have stepped it up a bit, averaging 14 points on pretty good shooting. But currently, he's playing really, really bad. This season, 12 points and 4 rebounds on 43-31 shooting is absolutely atrocious. In his career, he's averaging 19 points per game on better shooting splits, and that includes his rookie season, stuff like that, where he was really, really atrocious. It looks like he's just lost his confidence because the Warriors paid him a bag, and I mean a absolute bag after the championship. 4 years, $120 million is around what the deal details were. And yeah, when you get that amount of money, I don't blame Andrew Wiggins for not being as good anymore. But he just seems like he's stopped trying. He'll go off for the occasional 25 points like he had against Philly 2 nights ago when he dropped 23-4 on 80% shooting from the field and 50% from three-point range. But this is not consistent. He is consistently being horrible. And because of that, the Warriors put him on the trading block. And he is going viral, absolutely viral on Twitter right now. Because so many teams have expressed interest in him. You have the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, geez, voice crack. Like the video is, yeah, whatever. So the Mavericks are expressing interest in him. The Pacers are expressing interest in him. And most recently, and this seems to be the most valid trade that has come up, the Milwaukee Bucks have expressed interest in him. Now, what makes all of these deals interesting? Well, firstly, you have this Dallas Mavericks one. They do not have a lot to trade, but at the same time, the Warriors' asking price cannot be too steep considering how bad Wiggins is. If the Warriors can get someone back like Grant Williams, that would honestly be a massive game changer for their title hopes, and I think that they would do a deal like that. Meanwhile, the Indiana Pacers have so much incentive to trade for Wiggins. You trade away their 3-and-D wing in the Pascal Siakam trade, and getting someone like Wiggins back could be huge for their team. He is a great defender, and the team right now is mainly offense. Even with the Pascal Siakam trade, their defense hasn't improved much at all. So if they can get Wiggins, that would be huge for them. However, they don't have too much to offer the Warriors. Sure, there's Buddy Hield, but if Buddy Hield goes cold, that's going to be really bad for the Warriors, and I do not think that they are willing to take that risk at this point in time. Now, of course, there is the final team, the Milwaukee Bucks. And this is the team that I think is the most likely that he is going to be dealt to. Now, why is that exactly? Because the Bucks have stuff to offer back, and they have incentives to trade for Wiggins. If they get him, they now have a big three, or I should say big four, of Chris Middleton, Giannis, Dame, and why did I say Chris Middleton first? Oh my goodness. And Andrew Wiggins. Now, they would be getting rid of Bobby Portis with that, who, while Bobby Portis has been a huge piece in their 2021 NBA championship and their prolonged success, he just isn't that great anymore. I could easily see the Warriors accepting an offer like Bobby Portis and a first-round pick for Andrew Wiggins. It would honestly look pretty good for the Warriors. Once you get Portis back, it looks, I mean, he's not a great player, but he's 6'10", making him one of the bigger players on the roster. And then, of course, you also have the potential for a bigger trade. If the Warriors throw in Wiggins, Looney, Moody, Corey Joseph, and a first, and the Bucks throw in Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, and Jay Crowder, that seems to meet both teams' needs. The Bucks get younger, and the Warriors get a final center for once, Brook Lopez being 7'1". This would also work great for both teams' cap room because the Warriors would be $1 million above the cap space and the Bucks are $2.9 million above the cap space. If you throw in a few extra first-round picks, this is an extremely valid trade for the Bucks. But drop below a comment of what you think about this specific one, and let's get right to the next trade offer. Now, of course, in other Warriors fashion, CP3 is unlikely to be traded. Now, what does that mean? It means that CP3 and Wiggins will not be packaged along with maybe a young player like Moody for an all-star. Now, this is very shocking because CP3 has been out for most of the season and the Warriors have been better without him, just like they are better without Draymond. But honestly, oh man, that is brutal because CP3 just does not fit well with Curry. He is too old and he is no longer a good contributor on any NBA team, much less a contender like the Golden State Warriors. But for the first time in a very long time, the Warriors' future is looking very bright. Between Jonathan Kuminga having a crazy stretch of games, putting up all-star numbers, averaging 23 and 10 per game, and then Brandon Pajemski being the first NBA rookie ever to have 3 straight double-doubles with 0 turnovers since 1967. This Warriors' young dynastic core looks great. Now back to Andrew Wiggins to wrap up this video. He used to be a star. He used to be a superstar for the Warriors, averaging 22 points per game and 11 rebounds in that finals run that they had a few seasons ago. However, ever since last season, he just has been looking unmotivated to play the game. He hasn't been playing well, and he seems to have just been slacking. The Warriors need to get rid of him. They need to. And I already introduced a possible trade in this video, and that is the Bobby Portis trade. I'm not going to be able to upload this video for a few days, but by the time I do upload this, the trade deadline is a day or two away, and it's going to happen. If you guys enjoyed this video and you're here at the end, please drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.